Probability example 14. Now the beauty of A, B, C, and D is that it will encompass a lot of things that we've learned so far. So, and also it's a foreshadowing of what is to come. So let's go. There are 5 peppermint, 3 butterscotch, and 7 spearmint candies in a basket. If you pull 2 candies out at random, what's the probability that both are peppermint? So we're looking at the probability of peppermint, and then another peppermint. So peppermint candies are all the same. It's not like peppermint candy number 1, peppermint candy number 2. So in this case, the order really wouldn't matter, right? So to get that probability, there are 5 peppermints out of a total of 15. 1 is missing, so now there's only 4 peppermints and 14 candies total. Multiplying across, that gives us 20 over 210, which yields 2 over 21. All right, the names of 8 girls and 10 boys are put into a hat. 2 names are drawn at random. Find the probability that a boy's name is drawn followed by a girl's name. So in this case, order does matter, right? They're being very specific. So we want a boy's name drawn, and then a girl's name drawn. Okay, so it's out of 18 at this point in time. There are 10 boys. Okay, once that one name is drawn, there's only 17, and there are 8 girls. So multiplying across gives us 80 over 306, and that reduces to 40 over 153. Okay, please note the difference between B and C. The names of 8 girls and 10 boys are put into a hat. All right, there's 2 ways that can happen. One of the ways was determined in B, where we have a boy followed by a girl. Or, let's try that letter again. Or it could be a girl followed by a boy. Now later on in this unit, we are going to find a more direct way of doing this using combinations, but for now, we are going to consider that we have these 2 cases. So we'll call this case 1, where we have the probability of boy followed by a girl, and probably should have left some space for me here. Case 2 is a probability of a girl followed by a boy. All right, well, let's see what that would look like mathematically. Well, we know what the first case would be. So we have 10 over 18 times 8 over 17. What does or mean? Or means we are going to add. So plus girl followed by a boy. Now that's going to be 8 out of 18 times 10 out of 17. Now if you're mathematically astute enough, you might say, well, aren't those basically the same thing? Yes, they are. Okay, so we will have 80 over 306 plus 80 over 306, and that will give us 160 over 306, which will reduce to 80 over 153. So D is a similar type of problem. 2 cards are drawn from a deck. What's the probability you will get a red card and a 2 of clubs? So they didn't say a red card and then a 2 of clubs. They're just saying a red card and a 2 of clubs. So we have the case 1, where we're going to take the probability of a red followed by the 2 of clubs. Or our case 2, where we have the probability of a 2 of clubs followed by the red card. Okay, let's see what we have here. So red, that's 26 out of 52. There's only 51 cards left. And a 2 of clubs is not red, and we only have 1 of those. All right, so there's my case 1, or means add. Case 2, well, that's a 2 of clubs followed by a red. Well, there's only 1 2 of clubs, so 1 out of 52. 1 card is gone. We have 51 left. Again, 2 of clubs is not red, so we have 27 6 red cards left. Okay, so I'm just going to add and do all the multiplication here. I have 52 out of 2,652, and that will reduce to 1 over 51.